will not be there enough because the cells is still stick on the wall.
Okay, one minute. So now, what happens? Go ahead.
No tubes, no tips.
ក្លោបើបើយើងគឺអត់ប៉ះជាមួយនឹងខាងលើ even ខាងក្រៅដែរហើយយើងអាចក្រៀបឲ្យត្រូវជាមួយនឹង order របស់វាអានេះគឺជា A ខ្ញុំ switch like that ដើម្បី make sure ខាងយើងបានដាក់ត្រូវតាម order this is me
Open one sample and then open one too, one by one.
Yeah.
And the point here is for contamination because we will test the sample. Some of the sample will come out to the cap, so we need to be very careful. When you open the cap, you need to make sure your gloves do not touch the inner part, or it will contaminate another one. So make sure your gloves is only touch the outside. That is very important for this step.
ចឹងកន្លែងហ្នឹងត្រូវច្បាស់ថាស្រោមដៃរបស់យើងគឺអាចប៉ះពាល់ជាមួយនឹង area នេះបានទេដូចនេះអូខេ then
100 microliters, 1 ml.
យើងអាចមិចវាសិន
Yeah, we pipe the pipe six upside down mix.
Okay, then ខ្ញុំបោកហ្នឹង
And then mix upside down and pipe 1 ml. This thanks to the bean because the bean is contaminated. So pipette holds wire. Keep a distance to the bean. Then go to centrifuge. We need to discard supernet. Because most of the supernet is our self-preservation solution.
The first one after you label, okay, after you label, you put inside. You remember this one open and close. When you put outside, you remember I can tell you you can do something that open and this one's closed, okay? So on this side, you put a mark here, mark here, okay? Put a mark, and when you sit inside, the mark on top, because when you centrifuge the cell on the mark. So when you discard, open, discard, no shake, no shake, only discard, close, centrifuge, remember the mark on top, okay? If you, a bottom is a problem, so make sure the mark, because open the mark here, and then you can discard, no shake, okay? Second time, you pipette, okay? Remember now, important.
Then if you put a label, the position of the cell of the centrifuge
Okay.
will get around
What
the
easy.
your label. To do this, you need to make sure always put this on the top, and then you can see your cells get appear. If you do like this, they will be there. Because after centrifugation, they will go to the opposite.
Cho nên Discord với nó đo vô phương tiện để cho nó thời gian nó chừng nông nông hợp cũng vậy hay ở sau đó con nông cặp thì đặc biệt mình bây giờ trong chặng mình
You're watching your tips, do not touch the cells.
Okay.
Always put your tip in the opposite side of your cell.
Phải đau đi. Chào từ. Đi chùa về đi sân thượng.
Because we will have the centrifuge again, so if you have a little residue, it's okay. You can using a smaller tip to clean it out. We have one more centrifuge in the next step. You can see your cells is in the label, and then you open, make this face up to you, and here open. Your gloves do not touch the inner circle, and holding this, and yeah, and do not shake. You don't do like this. This will drop out the cells. Just a,
Only one way.
yeah, only discard, and then put it back, and then close the lid. This one, you can see this is wearing, it have blood cells, so we will wash. Open the key, open the lid, and then
tôi xong rồi mình hái tao nói cho nó show đó step mới nè add the PDF solution chứ anh ấy cứ giờ tắt xong rồi was right
yeah. When you open, be careful. Don't touch the inner circle because you are open all the samples. Or you can do like this, open one by one.
yes mix Not inside.
It needs to into the bin, a little bit higher. Yeah.
Sorry,
when he discard the tips, he's a little bit into the bin. So hold your title higher.
Tạo để cho nó viền tí anh đang trẻ của viền tí sau rồi lại buộc đến trên một kéo kia thì nó viền hay này.
Yeah, that is And when we're using this, we need to make sure the machine is balanced. And if you're using the way you just using hand to discard, you need to make sure every time the label is on top. After you check and then you close the lid, the cell will get up here. And the label.
Do đây do anh mặc nhẹ cái nó đang phiêu. Nó ở đây chán không? Đẹp con hai, đẹp con ra, đẹp con ăn mặc con
There we discard this magnetic.
vì việc là không có trong việc quên rồi việc bao nhiêu
some residue, it will have another one centrifuge. So this step we need to pay attention to 2 points. One is when you open the cap, pay attention to your gloves, do not touch. And the second is your tip, do not touch the cells. Still in the opposite side, and make sure you are not touching them. Because if you lose, you'll lose some DNA.
In this case, maybe we use another.
Yeah, but you can use all the tips to hide away, but use this, you need to make sure lost the tip do not mix up the cells. If you make sure you can use a smaller tip, or you can go for another centrifuge.
Now we go back to centrifuge.
Yeah. Here, we have one is label. This one, if you want to use this part of the napkin, you can label a lens tube with different volume for. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure. Yes. Still a little too into the middle.
Still.
This contamination in PCR lab is very serious. Going to break down the cells and release the DNA from the cells. 50. It's bigger than your hand. So I will do something like that. Before I do the things that was very dangerous, so I will make this. Fifty microliters. Open the reagent cap first, and then we get the pipette. We get the tips. If you're holding your pipette to make the cap, the tip of the button will touch somewhere. And this step, if you feel your tip button has touched somewhere, change your tip. Because this is different samples. If you feel your tip button has touched somewhere, like wear or cells, change another tip. This is the part of contamination you need to pay attention to for this step. And go to the water. Yeah, separate into different slices. Yeah, like this way you can see. Yeah.
Nhập trô mà không hề trô phân.
That's how I got it.
That is not heavy enough because there is a little bit light something else.
Okay, so take another. But let's go.
Yeah, icebox. with filled with water.
មានអីស្ងួនសម្រាប់
Chồng ai hàng chứ mấy mấy
Okay.
rồi cứ hàng nhau
The ice box without ice is okay. Just to fill with water is okay. Just some heavy things.
The ice is just even better. You can lower the temperature a bit up. So you got and night is right?
Yeah, so because this is
តមកទៀតយើងនឹង go to vertex ហើយនឹងសំពីធ្វើវាសម្រងទៀតហើយហ្នឹងនៅពេលហ្នឹងគឺយើងនឹងទទួលបានវានេះបើយើងជាវានេះផ្លែហើយនៅពេលយើងសំពីធ្វើនេះយើងនឹងឃើញ some clothing drop down នៅ bottom of the tube ហ្នឹងណាគឺអាហ្នឹងជាមិនអាចជារៀនទៅការទេ DNA នឹងនៅក្នុងវាធ្វើអញ្ចឹងយើងអាចបូម DNA ហ្នឹងចំនួន2 microliter សម្រាប់ ជាឥឡូវយើងជិះចប់ស្អីហ្នឹងហើយយើងសំពីហ្នឹងទៀតយើងនឹងតា
ខ្ញុំសួរមួយចាក់តមួយនេះគិតដែលយើងយកយើងអាចតអាលីគិតយើងអូអត់សោះ
បាន
យើងយកតាលីគិតហ្នឹងមកតបានណាអាខ្លួនហ្នឹងមកចោលទៅ
យើងអាច store នៅ server ដែលយើងនឹងទៅលើ store the storage of the DNA that we have instructed.
yes. The storage is if you don't use immediately, you put it into -20. If you don't use immediately, if you like we extract it and then we add the template into our mixture that we use immediately, like in 15 minutes or 10 minutes, then we can just leave in the here that's result. This we just do the step to transfer our mixture to this to here. But if you still need to prepare something after you extract it, you can leave that for 2 to 8 for a few hours. A few hours.
So បើសិនជាយើងត្រូវការប្រើប្រាស់យើងអាចទុកនៅ room temperature បានអត់ទេសម្រាប់15នាទីទៅកន្លះម៉ោងប៉ុន្តែបើសិនជាយើងអត់ប្រើប្រាស់ទេយើងត្រូវការធ្វើផ្សេងទៀតយើងអាចទុកពី2ទៅ3អង្សាបាននៅក្នុងរយៈពេលប្រហែលម៉ោងប៉ុន្តែអាចនឹងដាក់នៅក្នុងដប23ខែ 3 months for -20
Yes.
ដប80 បាច់អត់ទៅ